That was 8. Let's see if you can get all 10. What is this?
That is the state bird of Iowa, the American goldfinch.
Oh, we got one more. What is this?
That's a white-breasted nuthatch.
How do you know?
It's my favorite bird in Iowa. I love the white-breasted nuthatch.
Okay, we got all 10 right. That was insane.
When I do that, does it say now recording out loud to you?
It says recording in progress.
Okay.
So I know I have to be on my best behavior.
Right. Yes, it's a warning.
There's no way that you can edit it after the fact.
We don't edit.
And you've actually never edited anything out of the podcast.
No. If you ever hear anything that sounds unusual, any like unnatural sounds, we made those with our own voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, every time that you use a soundboard clip, it's actually, it's one of us.
Yeah, we're really good impressionists, is actually how that happens.
I've never heard such hogwash.
Justin does the music live every single time.
Yep.
I sit here silently while he plays the Iowa theme song.
Yeah.
I like that Iowa theme song instead of like Iowa.
It's the theme song of Iowa.
Song of Iowa, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, close enough, right? It's
I guess it is
Iowa.
basically the same thing.
Yeah. It's our state anthem that everyone knows and loves.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of time and effort went into it. It's not just the Christmas tree song.
It's not just the Auld Lang Syne, or wait, is that the same? It's the same song, right? Same melody?
No. O Tannenbaum and Auld Lang Syne are similar. Well, they both start with that like ascending fourth. Da, 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 da. That's Auld Lang Syne that I just did. Mm-hmm. And then Christmas tree is do 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 do.
Oh, right.
It's close, but actually, I adjusted it so that it's in 4/4 for our show. So it's like do 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 do. So the rhythm's a little different too.
Yeah, a little more contemporary.
Mm-hmm. It's impossible to play pop punk in 3.
Yeah, that's interesting. Never thought about that.
Anyway,
Justin's giving
Caucus.
Music lessons. He's doing his real job
at
his podcast job.
It's the 252nd episode of the show. We're releasing this on June 7th. Right, kids? 6-7, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. That kind of fell out of fashion, I think.
That funny meme.
I'm doing the hand thing.
Yeah.
You know the hand thing?
Yeah, we're young and hip. We know how it works.
I know the hand thing. No big deal.
We get it. Mm-hmm. The most important thing that happened this week, of course, is big upset in the primary. Big upset. And of course, what I'm talking about is our close personal friend Zach Walls lost his primary for the Democratic nomination for U.S. Senate.
No one could have seen that coming at all.
The world... well, okay, I was thinking about this morning. Like, America deserves to have a U.S. Senator from Coralville, Iowa, and we've missed a huge opportunity this year to get that. Instead, a whole bunch of money has helped Josh Turek seize the nomination for U.S. Senate. And that's the story, really, is it's money, right? Congratulations to Money on Money's victory in Tuesday's primary.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zach Walls was maybe not the best candidate to begin with, but I do think that the mountains of money probably played a pretty big role, probably the biggest role.
Money helped a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, also Turek, he's got a good story.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, he's more electable. I guess, whatever that means.
I kind of buy that, but the electability is like a bullshit framework. I guess
we'll see in November whether he really is electable.
Yeah, I have my doubts. The thing is that nobody would know that story, or a lot fewer people would know his like personal story if it weren't for Money.
Yeah, right.
So give it up for Money again. The biggest victor in Tuesday's primary. The
people
biggest loser,
need to actually see that he has a wheelchair, and like they can't just hear that. Like that's why you need to have a million ads on every single Instagram.
Right. They gotta see it at least like 100 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you open your phone, you gotta see that man on his wheelchair. Okay, this is going to be more like a parade of losers because we're more excited about who lost the primary than who won. But we should talk about this. Like moments after the polls closed on Tuesday night, I think this is from like the New York Times like live update thing. This is Tim Balk. I'll just confirm that. Is he with the? Yeah, Tim Balk, New York Times. As polls closed in Iowa, the campaign of Josh Turek, a moderate Democrat running for U.S. Senate. I like that the national press is framing this as a moderate.
Yeah.
Which is very true. That was, of course, the conflict, was the moderate versus the very sincere socialist Zach Walz.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, the campaign of Josh Turek responded to a claim by Ashley Hinson, the Republican candidate, earlier in the day that he was, quote, extreme on gender ideology and supported, again, quote, illegals over Americans. Okay, so, pretty obvious Republican framing of a couple of important issues. Ashley Hinson just waving the hate flag that she usually does.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah Goss, a spokeswoman for Turek, said in a statement that he, quote, does not believe males should be playing female sports, and that he supports, quote, bipartisan legislation to address immigration.
I guess he's pivoting to the general. Like, it's so fucking slimy to put that out, like, the day of the primary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know that it's gonna not go over well. Like, they have to know, like, the calculus on this, that it's not gonna go over well with a certain subset of the base of voters. And now you don't really, you don't get to weigh in on that at all. Like, he just tossed that out there at the last second.
Right.
I think Zach Walz would not have done that.
No, like I don't think he's a great candidate. I don't think he's a great guy. I think he's a phony, but I don't think he would have said that.
Yeah. So maybe there is a little bit to the moderate. I mean,
totally.
A little bit. I would say
it's a little bit more like aesthetic than like a real substantial difference between these two guys. They're both
definitely,
they both know how to play the game, and they were both just taking paths available to them. Zach more than anything. And I don't think we've mentioned on the show recently, we shouldn't forget that when Zach Walz was a leader of the Democrats in the Iowa Senate, he did choose to keep Nate Bolton in a leadership position. That Nate Bolton being the guy who was rubbing his penis on women against their will in public.
Yeah, and was just reelected to, I guess he hasn't been reelected yet, but he won his primary unopposed. Yeah. So
it's a problem that won't go away, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been saving this because I didn't want to unleash the kind of like, I don't know, the big guns too early, but I think now is the time to deploy this. Josh Turek.
Good. I like it.
If you're going to have your spokespeople out there saying like, oh, no boys and girls sports, Josh Turek, your turn.
Yeah, you've lost Josh Turok status. I mean, Turok was cool, Dinosaur Hunter, all that.
Yeah.
Now you're Josh Turek. Sorry, man. You did it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's too late for you to back down from this position. It wasn't you yourself saying it. It was a spokesperson. I mean, there's a chance you could pull back and actually defend vulnerable people.
People saying like, "Oh yeah, he didn't actually say it." It's like, shut up. Are you like, where are you coming from?
Yeah. So I think the most like bullshit defense of this is, well, it depends on what you think a male and a female is. Because he said, does not believe males should be playing female sports. And it's like, well, if you interpret that as he thinks trans women shouldn't be in women's sports, then that means you think they're males.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't consider that angle. That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think okay, again, he didn't say it, but I think that it means what it means just on the surface.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say that I don't think, based on that statement, that he thinks that trans women are women. I don't think that's the case.
The onus is on him, right? Like,
yeah, I guess.
Especially coming from Iowa over the past couple of years, like, and being in the state legislature, like, you've seen the target that's on this vulnerable population. You've seen your colleagues, like, going after them for political points. and causing like true destruction to a community of people in the state, you should be standing in so I shouldn't use the word stand when I'm talking about this guy. You should be in solidarity with these people, you know? And you just immediately throw them under the bus the second it becomes clear that you are the nominee for Senate.
I feel like, the Republicans are not going to drop that line of attack. And, since you've already decided to elaborate on this, particular attack, like, you're probably going to have to elaborate on it more, right? Like, I don't think you can really go back on it at this point.
On day 0, you accepted Ashley Hinson's framing on the issue.
I guess there's a chance. There's a chance he could change the whole tack and be like, well, I don't know. There's like other examples of, like that's the whole James Tallarico thing in Texas, where he's been a little bit more supportive of trans people, and then like they're like calling him trans, and like it's like becoming like the centerpiece of the campaign. Yeah.
Well, this is a signal to the Hinson campaign and Republicans in general that, this is a guy who will take the bait immediately. Like we run the narrative now for this whole campaign, and then. Yeah, the Tallarico comparison is pretty good because, like, when he doesn't really, like, immediately concede to their side of the issue, they just got more absurd. And it, like, looks kind of silly. I don't know if it will be, who knows how it'll turn out, but, like, they look ridiculous. Like, this guy said God is trans. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You sound crazy.
I think he basically said that he doesn't think God has a gender, which I think... Well, I don't know.
Read the book. I don't know.
A lot of people don't really agree with that, but I don't know. Seems like it makes sense to me.
Yeah, if there's a God, why would God limit itself to, one set of like qualities like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, you haven't grappled with the idea of like omnipotence. If you have ultimate unlimited power, why would you just be a man or a woman? You'd be like... Yeah. You'd be everything.
You would transcend those categories.
This is the kind of shit monks were thinking about centuries ago.
Yeah.
What is the nature of everything? What is God? Okay, the true bombshell of the primary was that Randy Feenstra did lose after all.
Yeah.
So that didn't go the way that I thought it would, but it was extremely close, like within a percentage point. Yeah, I guess Randy Feenstra is such a bad politician, just so bad at campaigning that not even Donald Trump, late in the game Donald Trump endorsement could save his fucking dud of a campaign.
The funny thing is this, if the Trump endorsement happened like a week earlier, he might have pulled it out.
Right, yeah. It was like, what was it, Thursday or Friday last week?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. How many people even knew?
Yeah. It's another example of money being the winner because it was Zach Lon's cock ring money that really saved him, I think. All that money he made off of investing in cock rings.
For sure.
No, but being, connected to the Coke network, I'm sure lined his pockets pretty well. He put a lot of his own personal funds into the campaign and it worked.
Yeah. Money over everything.
I think it's like worrying that Zach Lon is the candidate because he seems to be a little bit more of a savvy operator than dumbass Randy was.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is going to be as easy for Rob Sand now.
Yeah, I agree. I still think, I don't know how the Mr. Lon is going to go over with the general public. The more people actually know, like, that he's a fucking carpetbagger, like the most like, I don't know, he's faker than Rob Sand for sure. Like as much as we don't think that Rob Sand is real straightforward about who he actually is or what he actually stands for. Zach Lon is a whole nother level.
You know what? I was going to play the Randy Feenstra concession speech, but before we get to that, Rob Sand has already cut an attack ad on Zach Lon. Let's check that out. I don't know if you've seen this yet.
I have not.
Okay, this is an ad by the Rob Sand campaign called Full Time.
An economy near the bottom, but number one in rising cancer rates. Turning Iowa around will be a full-time job, but Zach Lane isn't even a full-time Iowan. Lane lives, voted, and hit it rich in Kansas as a political insider, working for billionaires and special interests, commuting to Iowa on his private plane. Lane says if elected, he'd be in Iowa as much as humanly possible. But you can't be a full-time governor if you're a part-time Iowan.
All right. Lots of images of him flying in his little plane. The headline that says 37 flights to Wichita. So yeah, this is the strategy from the Sand campaign is like, this guy doesn't even live here, which probably will help.
Yeah, I at first thought that, like the Rob Sand campaign might have to get away from like the insider-outsider thing. But then it turns out that Zach Lane, I'm sorry, I fucked up. But he's got a pretty long history of the whole like Coke thing goes back pretty far. There's a really good article in the I Was Starting Line by ZOS about his, he used to work for David Young.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a clip of
campaign
him
manager, I think, when he was running for Congress.
Yeah, there's a clip of him heckling Obama.
Yes,
back in 2008 or 9.
Zach Lon himself was sharing that a few weeks ago as proof of something. I watched it and it's like, this is you being like friendly with Obama. Who is this supposed to be like? Because it wasn't like going after him on a particular issue. It was like, I challenge you to a debate. Sounds like a fucking nerd.
Well, yeah, and he was also like acting as a Republican operative at the time. It wasn't like an organic thing. I can't remember all the details on that, but it was like he was connected with some like proto TPUSA type shit or something.
Yeah. Like I don't have the clip available or ready here, but like it seemed like it was just like setting up Obama for like a pretty good PR moment where he handles a college debate challenge professionally, like charismatically. Like, I don't know. It didn't make Zach Lon seem like, oh, this guy, he knows what's going on. He's like a really powerful orator or something. It was like, Obama owned you when you were a kid.
He was a staffer for one of the furthest right Republicans in the Colorado Senate, Greg Brophy. Great name. Greg Brophy. Real bro.
Yeah. Brophy. Okay, the real fun here, though, is the losers. I want to focus on Randy Feenstra and Adam Steen for a few minutes. I pulled up their concession speeches the night that they lost. Nothing honestly feels better than seeing Adam Steen eat shit. Like, I think like Lon was like 38% of the vote, Feenstra was 37%, and then Steen was like 18% or something like that. He just got smoked. Like, yes, awesome. This guy eating shit is the best. But let's hear from Randy the moment pretty much that he lost. This is so good.
Now that was a fun night, huh?
Just opening his like I lost speech with like, hey, that was fun.
I had a great time,
Yeah. And it doesn't seem like sarcasm. It seems like he's like genuinely trying to be like, hey, I'm feeling good. He's such a fucking weirdo.
Like watching a 9-inning game or an end of a basketball game, hey, we came up just a little short, but I just want to say, I just called Zach Lane, said, hey, you got to carry this torch. We got to keep this state red. You got to make sure you beat Rob Sand. I'm all in to help him out. We are going to make sure that we have him as the next governor.
So I'm sure they don't have like a crowd mic in there, but that sounds like a handful of people applauding.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe they didn't have the mic set up to really capture the full audience, but that sounded pretty tepid. I don't think there were a lot of people attending the Randy Feenstra results party.
Yeah.
I've got my family up here. I have so many friends, and you're all friends and all my workers, and it's just so special to have everyone here. The outcome wasn't what we probably wanted, but for me, I think
it wasn't what we probably wanted.
He's like, I know that I would have lost like even harder than Zach Lane might. Zach Lon, fuck.
Yeah, so he Yeah, he knows, like, maybe this is better for the the project of, like, furthering evil in the state and the country.
Team player Randy.
Yeah. You know, I may have, like, given our president his only primary loss of the season, embarrassed him for the first time.
Yeah. It is funny, all the people who are like, clearly Trump's endorsement doesn't mean what it used to. It's like, maybe not, but also, like, Feenstra is just that shitty of a politician.
Yeah.
Like, the endorsement wasn't enough, you know?
Yeah, he's just nothing. There's nothing to grasp onto here. It's pathetic. A terrible campaign.
He didn't even try. Like, he didn't even try.
Like, months ago when we were, like, listening to, like, his first, like, radio interviews when he was running for governor, and he's just, like, repeating New Heights over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't even talk to a person. You can't even have a fucking conversation.
Yeah, and, like, refusing to say whether he would debate other Republican candidates.
And he didn't.
And then not debating them.
And he might have done even worse had he debated, you know, because he can't.
Yeah, true.
He can't, like, get in front of people and speak, as we're witnessing now. He's just it's like basketball. It's like a go to sports. We came up a little short. I got my friends. You're all friends. My workers, you know.
If he was a little bit taller, then he would not have come up short.
Yeah, man. Does he even realize that he could have made a good pun there? He needs a team of people.
If he was 6'7" instead of 6'5".
That's right.
Everybody in this room, God's got some awesome plans. And I was talking to my son about that. Yeah. You know, we got a new chapter. And I'm so looking forward to that new chapter in life. I've been in politics a long time, and you know what? God has now said, "Hey, Randy, we're into something else exciting." So I want to say thanks to my wonderful parents and my in-laws. They've taught me my faith, and you know, I don't know how some people get through this, but for me, I'm okay. I mean, my faith has taught me, right? My faith teaches me that you know what, we're going to further the kingdom in a different way, and so you know what,
we're going to further the kingdom. Yikes.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's still a sitting House representative. He's still, like,
for now. He's got a few months. Yeah,
he's got a few months. He's I'm sure he's, you know, doing fine with money.
You know, like a lobbying
he hasn't got
job or
anything to
some
worry
shit.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how some people get through this, he says.
Yeah, come on, man.
Some people, when they lose the primary for governor, they just fucking kill themselves on stage, just immediately. And that's the honorable thing to do, right? I failed you. This is it for me. I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, it's cult-like behavior.
This is as far as I go.
I would just love, absolutely. So, this might be a little unprecedented, but we're in Hall, so let's quick bow our heads, all right? Our Lord and Heavenly Father, we come before your throne.
Is this unprecedented? To pray during your concession speech? It's probably precedented.
I'm sure it's happened.
Rick Santorum, I'm sure, did this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have his 25 children on stage crying and holding hands and praying.
I'm sure.
You know, we never really discussed this, I don't think, but Randy Feenstra is from the town of Hull. That's what he just mentioned. Like, I'm sure this is unprecedented, but we're in Hull, and this is how we do things here in Hull. We join together in prayer to our God to further the kingdom. Hull is a really bad name for a town.
Yeah.
Like, that's some Children of the Corn shit. It sounds like a place where you don't get out of the car. Just keep going. At all costs, do not pull over, or you will be taken by Hull. Hull will end you. Okay, keep praying, Randy. What are we talking about? What are we talking to God about?
And we just thank you for all the opportunities that you've given us. And Lord, I'm so blessed. I got all these friends around me. I'm so blessed to travel the state the last year and seeing everybody, shaking everybody's hand and see what great creation that you created, Lord. And I just thank you for this opportunity. And Lord, I just humbly ask that you continue to be with Zach Lane as he furthers the campaign and that he could glorify you in all that he does, Lord. And just thanks again for my family you've so blessed me with. And Lord, be with all of us now as we head home. And Lord, let us never hang our heads. It's so positive because
that's funny. Let us never hang our heads. Everybody's heads are down because they're praying.
Yeah.
Literally all the heads are hanging.
We live in this great world that you created. In your name we pray these things. Amen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Okay. And we hug the family. All right. I liked during the prayer, whoever is running the camera did a nice zoom out so we could see what kind of crowd they had there. And it was, a small room, but full. They were all sitting at big round tables, so that kind of limits capacity for people. Thanks God for making sure I lost that one. I don't know. Did you ever talk to God, Evan?
No, I don't believe in such. I don't believe in God. I'm sorry to say.
I've never heard such hogwash.
Thank you. I was just discussing with Justin that we have not pulled that clip out enough.
Okay, so Adam Steen, again, I'm so happy that he lost badly, and I have his concession speech as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find anything from Brad Sherman and Eddie Andrews, who of course got like 1% each or something. They haven't even bothered to say anything as far as I can tell. All right.
Yeah.
Adam Steen, the night of his loss. We're going to get a lot of pleasure out of this one.
Adam Steen speaking now over at Berean Church in Pleasant Hill.
Needed for our future. I never backed down. And I went to bed every single night knowing that I didn't compromise my morals, my values, my ethics. And what I said earlier, where I'm at perfect peace.
Perfect peace.
I'm still at perfect peace right now. I'm at perfect peace.
Okay, so he said, I never back down, is like the first thing we heard there. So, what does that tell you on the night that you lost an election to say, I never back down? What's he going to do then?
Yeah. I don't know. He's going to go flip some tables.
Go rogue? Adam Steen independent campaign? I think he should go for it. He's got the backing of the true evangelical crowd of Iowa, the family leader, the Bob Vanderplatz endorsement. I mean, Adam Steen truly represents Iowa values, right? Certainly more so than this Kansan, this rich Kansan with his little plane.
Yeah.
Come on, Adam, don't back down.
This is not the outcome that I wanted. This is not the outcome that I expected. But it's the outcome we're going to get. I will not be the Republican nominee for governor here in the state. I don't know if it will I don't know who will win, either Zach or Randy. I don't know. But here's a commitment that I made on the campaign trail, and I've always stayed true to my word.
I will not watch According to Jim anymore. I have pledged. I'm done with that show. I will not go back to my old ways.
This entire time, I've been asked the question, will you support the Republican nominee if you are not the candidate?
No.
And I said, absolutely, 100%. Because here's the deal. Our state is at risk. Our state is at risk. That is the reason I jumped into this race. And if I'm not the nominee, that's fine. But we have to bring people together. We have to bring the faith community together. We have to bring
that must be his son behind him, right?
I think so, yeah.
He does not want to be standing there. He's bored out of his mind.
No.
He keeps looking around.
What kid would want to be up there?
Yeah. Remember when we saw Lanon Bacom at the Iowa State Fair?
Yeah.
I just remember that because the Register posted the picture where you can see us watching him in the crowd. Remember his daughter?
Yeah. Who
just frozen, smiling as big as possible.
Yeah, it was an interesting. I don't know. I do not like the rolling out your children as props thing.
Yeah. You got to do it though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Who wants to vote for a childless person? Absolutely not. You can't trust those people. They got nothing to live for.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Sand does be posting his kids.
Oh, yeah.
And his wife, you know.
What are his kids' names? Like Maverick and Goose or something?
I am not sure. I don't really need to know. It's not really important.
Axel, maybe?
I think the kids, I mean, I do think the kids should probably be left out of,
Oh, totally. No, I agree, but he posts pictures of them all the time.
That's true. He does, but yeah, it's he's a family man. You got to be a family man.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to go hunting with your sons. You got to kill as many animals as possible, and you got to drain their blood.
For sure,
not the kids, but the animals.
Yeah,
keep the blood in the kids. As much blood as possible should stay inside of the human body. That's the goal when you're hunting, is keep your own blood inside.
It's true.
Business community together. We have to bring the sports community together.
Okay, he said the faith community, the business community, and the sports community. Let's see if there are more communities.
Together. We got to bring the young college groups together. Every single person in the entire state of Iowa is going to have to come together for one purpose, and that is to beat Rob Sand.
Well, that's not.
We can't.
That can't happen, though. He said every single person in the state has to come together to beat Rob Sand. As much as I like the sound of that, you're not going to get every single person in the state. I love the idea of us all banding together to destroy him, but it's not, like when you're doing that through the vessel of Zach Lawn. No, I can't be on board with that.
Yeah, for sure.
If this was not like a battle of like Democrats and Republicans, sure. If we all just decided together, like, we're done with this guy, then we could all unite against him. But no, this is like, you're trying to do it for your own purposes, which are Christian nationalism, like very explicitly in your case, Adam.
Yeah.
We cannot let Rob Sand become the next governor of our precious state.
Too late.
That's why I jumped into this race. We were pulling people together. I thought things were looking great. That is fine. But I'm not going to stop trying to pull people together.
Not mad.
I don't know if it's Randy.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's Zach.
so
I don't care. Because the goal is we have to keep Rob Sand out of office. And I'll say this. There are some supporters that showed up here tonight that...
I forget which news station I got this from, but they just cut in with the results at the moment that the speech was being given. And yes, Adam Steen was at 15%.
Yeah, showing him getting doubled up by both Lawn and Veenstra.
Yeah, a distant third. Absolutely owned. That's so funny. Like, he has every reason to be furious.
Yeah, well, he was like kind of I feel like he was handpicked to be the non-Veenstra candidate, right? Like, wasn't there some shit with like Reynolds behind the scenes being like, maybe we need someone other than Veenstra? Something like that? I don't know.
The only thing I heard about Reynolds was that Veenstra claims that she called him and said, "You're up next."
Oh.
That's like the only thing I saw about her weighing in.
Disregard.
Yeah. But Steen, it was like...
But he worked for Reynolds,
Yeah, he was part of her admin. And yeah, he was running that campaign, and then Zach Lawn just like dropped out of his plane with bundles of cash and just completely stole that from him. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the least he was campaigning on the fact that he was going to continue like Reynolds' legacy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a chance to thank during my speech. You know who you are.
Me.
You helped me get here.
You helped me get here.
You helped me get here. Prayer. The amount of support for somebody who's never run for office before to get to where we've gotten is nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, because you're a bureaucrat. You've never run for office because you just had a job given to you by like whatever business cult your dad belongs to or whatever that was.
Hard work. And it's because of you in this room. It's because of my family right here. And I talked to the boys in the back, and something my dad said years ago. And my dad, I don't know, he's probably not looking down right now because he's probably off fishing.
He's probably not looking down, if you know what I mean. He might be somewhere else. He might be he might be being tortured for eternity, for example.
But probably having a better day than me. But I told these boys,
not this mad. Is the best speech
we
ever.
Didn't quit, did we? We didn't quit. They saw situations on this campaign trail that I didn't want them to see. They heard things that I didn't want them to hear. They saw me get punched.
Excuse me?
They saw me get knocked down.
They saw me get punched?
What the hell?
Well, there was a thing like a couple weeks ago where his campaign claims there was like a bomb threat or something at a venue that they were having a campaign event at. Like, I question the validity of that, but maybe that's what he's referring to.
They saw me get back up because we don't quit. And Riker in the back, he said, when I run for governor, are you going to support me?
Oh, my God.
Star Trek?
Yeah.
I did not say. That's awesome.
So I will close with this. Thank you.
Dude, his son is not into
From the
this.
bottom of my heart, thank you. But we're not done.
Riker is not committed to the cause.
We are not done. We have built an unbelievable coalition
15%.
infrastructure across this state. And we have to now use that infrastructure to support the next candidate to ensure Rob Sand is not our governor. Our children depend on it. So thank you all. God bless you. And thank you for everything.
Which children?
God bless you. Thank you.
Which children? Do you have like maybe 12 more words to go with that, Adam?
Yeah. I feel like this guy probably threw like a big tantrum behind the scenes.
Oh my God, yes.
He gives vibes of, he's like very composed like as a speaker, but you can like see the little flashes of like
it's barely contained, the rage.
Yeah.
Like he's got like a nice bald head, so you can really see the veins like ready to burst. Okay, I have another video of Adam Steen from the following morning from his Facebook page. So, there's probably a lot of adrenaline pumping through him, like in the moment. So this is like after, 12 hours of calming down a little bit. This is him like in his backyard, I think.
Hey, everyone. Just wanted to get a quick message out to you, and thank you all so much for your support. I mean, if you look at the results...
He's in casual wear now. This is kind of what he looked like when he was, like, pretending to chop wood.
When he was, out there working in the land.
In fact, I think it's, like, the exact same uniform.
Yeah, he's got the cross necklace.
The conspicuous cross. The too clean T-shirt.
Also, like, a wristband with, like, some kind of Bible verse on it.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. You can probably zoom in on that
like,
when I
think it's
get
like
a chance.
Ephesians something. I don't know which.
I don't know much about them Ephesians.
Yeah, me neither.
So the night we built an unbelievable grassroots campaign.
15%.
And that's all because of you. It's all because of the team. It's because of everything we put together. But like I mentioned last night, it's now time to come together. It's now time to bring every single part of the Republican Party together so that we can beat Rob Sand. I want to give my congratulations to all the candidates on the Republican side of the race, but especially congratulations, Zach Lane, for pulling off the victory. This was a hard-fought battle between five guys trying to do what's right for the state of Iowa.
I can't believe we didn't run with that. Five guys. Could have made so many burger jokes.
Well,
bottomless fries.
Zach Long got the Steak and Shake endorsement.
Did he really?
Apparently, which
that's
is
not
very
surprising
funny.
Because Steak and Shake is very locked into the RFK stuff.
It is wild. They advertise like beef tallow fries, like that's the name of the side dish, and then they have like a Bitcoin burger, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
Bitcoin, by the way, just like hit like lows of like the lowest it's been in like a couple years.
I saw
all these people are freaking out, which is awesome. I think that's cool.
Yeah, Steak and Shake's been posting like AI generated advertisements of like the Steak and Shake on the moon, and it's like Elon Musk Tesla shit.
Yeah. Oh
I
man,
hope
also
that they go out of business very soon.
Oh, that picture, one of the funniest things I've seen this year is that picture of RFK and a Steak and Shake with like the checkered floor and like people saying this is like Leland Palmer in the Black Lodge.
Yes. Man, he really does look like Ray
so
Wise
good.
sometimes.
I know.
They have a very similar like face and stuff.
And the shock of like white hair.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's look, it's probably he's a big enough public official. We can probably say whatever about him, right? I'm sure he's done some Leland Palmer style stuff.
Yeah, for sure. He literally has, like, the whole like the weird animal like shit. Like, he's done some very Black Lodge type shit.
Yeah, there's some kind of like ancient evil inside of him.
Bob is all up in him.
And we all have the right things in mind for the state. And I'm excited for this state. We've got an unbelievable opportunity for the future of the state of Iowa. And we've got an opportunity to give kids to have a better future than the generation ahead of them. So, again, thank you all. God bless you. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. We're going to see what happens next. Thank you. God bless you. And let's keep Iowa free.
All right. So I kind of feel like somebody reached out to him and was like, so your concession speech was a little bit like, kind of put off the vibe that like you're not maybe going to accept the nominee and support everything. So maybe you should be a little bit more like really drive that point home that everybody should like get off the Steen train and get on the Lane plane. Ooh, fuck. So lawn plane doesn't really work, so I might need to use it.
Well, the Lane plane, I feel like that. I think we need to tell that Rob Sand talk about his private plane, the Lane plane.
Yeah. Rob, if you're listening, or if CJ is listening, or somebody, one of your like minions, Lane plane, you can go ahead and use that.
Yeah. You don't need to credit Justin or anything.
Please don't associate my name with your campaign ever. I want nothing to do with you. But you can use Lane plane. Okay, more important than all this electoral bullshit is some new laws were signed. Cue the real-time music. New laws.
New laws are rules, basically.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay. The final laws of the 2026 legislative season have been signed by our wonderful governor, Kim Reynolds. First up, let's talk about pornography. One of our favorite things.
We've been talking about it a lot. I don't know what that says about us, but
it says that we're red-blooded American men.
I guess.
I'm reading from the Des Moines Register here. Maya Marshall-Hoff. Iowa joins wave of states forcing porn sites to verify users' ages. This is coming very soon, apparently. Beginning July 1st, Iowans must verify they are adults to access porn websites, which I thought we did by clicking on the button that says I am over 18.
Yeah.
Is that not, but no, we're going in the direction of Missouri, Kansas, etc. Iowa will require porn websites to verify users are at least 18 under a new law signed by Governor Kim Reynolds. Joining at least 25 other states. I didn't realize it was that widespread now.
Yeah, I think like Texas was like one of the first or something.
Yeah, House File 864 is modeled after a Texas age verification law. The U.S. Supreme Court upheld in a 6-3 decision in June. The measure will apply to websites or apps if at least 1/3 of their content is pornographic. I think we maybe discussed this on a previous episode, how you determine the ratio there.
1/3.
1/3 of their content is pornographic. Pornography, like, of course, being something very easily defined, as we know by American precedent.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like if you were, a porn purveyor, creepy, seedy kind of guy, this is an exploitable loophole. You just like upload 2/3 of it, like just AI bullshit, and then you have 1/3. Like the most explicit hardcore pornography that you can possibly get your hands on.
32% of this website is pornographic in nature, and 68% of it is the works of Shakespeare over and over.
It's like a really shitty AI version of Bluey.
Yeah, just make like the worst website of all time. This will require websites to verify a user's age using government-issued identification, financial documents, or other documents that are, quote, reliable proxies for age. Age verification may also be performed by third parties or through any commercially reasonable and reliable method. Oh, this is great. There is some protection in place here. The law states that websites and third parties shall not retain, sell, lease, or otherwise disseminate any identifying information of an individual subject to reasonable age verification unless retention or dissemination of the identifying information is required by law or a court order. So that should make you all feel really safe about scanning your financial documents and sending
that
them
is crazy.
to pornography websites.
Yeah, it kind of makes also it kind of makes them more of a target for, criminals. Like they're sitting on, I don't know. I can't imagine willingly upload. Like I'm not a purveyor of pornography websites, so it's going to be easy for me to comply with this law. But I just can't imagine being horny enough to get my license out, get
too many steps.
Documents, take a picture of it and upload it to a website. That's, I mean, I guess
Crazy.
that's the intended result of this bill. But yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it's and they say that this is to protect children, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Something very heartening about this is Iowa Senate lawmakers unanimously approved the measure, while the House advanced it 82-2. I should have pulled up the roll call for that to see which two members of the House are reasonable. Yeah, I think, if you really, I would encourage you to use a VPN probably rather than give pornography websites your government documents.
Well, thanks for the tip.
I know that in states that have passed laws like this, rather than collect all that data on their users, some websites have just shut down. You can't access from an IP address within this jurisdiction. Yeah. And when I was in Missouri a couple months ago, I had read an article about that, and I was like, well, let's see what Pornhub looks like down here. And it's there's a landing page that's check out this fucked up law that your state passed. And then all the videos you can access from a Missouri IP address are not pornographic. It's it's satirical stuff. I didn't watch any of it, but I think they just filmed some jokey stuff to fill out.
I've heard people put cooking videos and shit on there.
Yeah.
And just random comedy.
Yeah. I've been uploading the podcast there. I don't know if I told you that.
It's funny.
Rock Hard Caucus, it's close enough.
This is bad for Zach Lane's bottom line also.
Hard Rock Caucus. So I thought it was some porn stuff.
Just remembered I had that.
I mean,
is it bad for Zach?
Well, if people can't access Pornhub and they don't get the ads for the firm tech.
Oh,
then,
true. He's still some ad revenue.
A quarter. He still owns a quarter of he's put up a quarter of the money for it. So,
and his home state also has a law like this on the books. So maybe that's why he's running for governor, is to change this.
Perhaps
pull back the tide of anti-porn laws to line my pockets. I mean, obviously that's probably his main motivation for all of this, is furthering his own wealth generation and power. Mm-hmm. As with most politicians, that's kind of the deal, right? So yeah, I guess everybody watch out for that. It's supposed to go into effect July 1st. So get as much porn as you can while you can. You got about 3 weeks to build up a lifetime supply of pornography.
There's some other really bad bills.
Maybe should we talk about those?
Yeah, maybe we should. I think some of them might be a little bit more relevant to to our listeners.
Yeah, but my primary concern is, how will I access my pornography? This one is way worse. I'm reading from the Register again. Stephen Gruber Miller. Kim Reynolds signs 3 strikes law as Iowa prisons near capacity.
Yeah.
Oh, now these are headlines you read when you're inching closer to the end of the world. Right? This is bad shit. Anyone convicted of a third felony in Iowa will spend a minimum of 7 years behind bars under a law signed by Governor Kim Reynolds. 3 strikes laws. We know that this works, right? This deters criminals. This drives crime rates down. Recidivism rates go down, right? When these laws are passed.
Mm-hmm.
Does it work?
No, it absolutely does not. This also pisses me off because I know people who have had 3 felonies who were able to divert, like they went through like drug court, like it's like, minor, like drug possession. I mean, who cares? Like that shouldn't be a felony anyway, but
who cares? Shut up.
Yeah. But yeah, I know people who were like diverted out of out of prison. Like they were facing like 5 years in prison and managed to not go to prison and have like turned their life around 100%. Yeah. So it's like, it's just fucked up. I hate it.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, our listeners know this, but a lot of felonies are complete bullshit. Like, should not be maybe a crime at all, but certainly not as seriously as our criminal justice system takes them. Drug laws being, paramount here. Reynolds signed House File 2542 on Tuesday in the governor's formal office at the Iowa Capitol, where she was joined by Republican lawmakers and law enforcement. If someone repeatedly commits serious crimes and refuses to change their behavior, there will be real consequences, she said. This law focuses on protecting law-abiding citizens, supporting victims, and ensuring that those who repeatedly threaten public safety are removed from our streets. The law requires anyone convicted of a third felony to be sentenced as a habitual offender, meaning they will face a mandatory 7-year prison sentence that cannot be reduced. After serving at least 7 years, they will become eligible for parole. The measure more than doubles the current minimum of 3 years in prison for habitual offenders under current law, and it makes the habitual offender designation mandatory for a third felony conviction. This also will take effect on July 1st. So do what you can to avoid getting any felonies out there, everyone. As we know, this is all driven by personal choices. So choose not to get a felony.
Yeah. I think the other really important thing on here is the Nonpartisan Legislative Services Agency anticipates the law will increase Iowa's total prison population by 49% by fiscal year 2030.
Fucking crazy.
Adding an additional 4,363 inmates. And it could cost the state nearly $2 billion to construct enough new prison space to house the inmates.
Yes. Here's a headline from KCRG posted last night. Iowa to build 3 new prisons under habitual offender law. So, who is benefiting from this? Certainly not people. They're selling this as, this is to protect victims and to keep everybody safe. We're building 3 new prisons. We're increasing our prison population by 50% by passing this law. Do you feel safer? I mean, fuck. Somebody's making a lot of fucking money out of this.
Yeah. And then other shit that they passed is like, they got rid of, like a walk-in clinic where if you have an arrest warrant, you can go and resolve it without having to have the police come to your house and pull you out and send you to jail. Yes, and also another bill that like increases bail and like to comply with inflation, and also like prevents releasing people on their own recognizance for like serious misdemeanors.
Yeah.
Which is also fucking crazy and will definitely result in a lot of people who don't have any money spending way more time in jail than they would otherwise.
Yes. And anybody who pays attention to any of this shit knows that it's not keeping the rest of us safe. This is a threat. This is a threat to humanity. Like 50%, 4,000 more people in prison. Like that's going to be people right? This is a small state. They want more slave labor. That's what this is. Like, there's a small group of people who benefit from more and more people's freedom being taken away and their labor being stolen from them. The final bill passed the Iowa legislature with bipartisan support, clearing the House 66-20 and the Senate 39-6.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, what's the point of having a Democratic Party? Like, fuck this, dude.
It just reminds me of Rob Sanders saying, like, well, any bills that get passed under my administration will be bipartisan, and that's a good thing.
Here's one. Here's a good example of one. Yeah. I'm looking at the roll call for the House vote here. Absent or not voting, Josh Turdek.
He's got busier he's got more things to do, more important things than voting on this.
Yeah. What about the Senate? Let's see. Excused, Zach Walls. All right, thanks, guys. Didn't even vote on this one. All right.
Cowards.
We could have trusted either of you in the U.S. Senate, right? House Speaker Pat Grassley said House Republicans' goal was to make sure Iowa is, quote, a safe place for families to live. Look, man, it is.
Yeah,
Iowa's safe, you know?
You know what makes families less safe and way more insecure for reasons? A lot of reasons. Having a family member in prison.
Yeah.
You know how much fucking strain that puts on your fucking life? Like, especially if you have kids. Like, it's just, even if you don't have kids, it's fucking horrible. It's horrible to be in prison. No one.
Of course.
It's awful.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to be finding a way to deal with these social problems without doing that. We need to be moving towards that rather than like increasingly relying on this, growing our prison population, building more prisons. We are absolutely going in the wrong direction here. And anyone with a fucking brain and heart recognizes that. But those aren't the people who run the state. This was a Steve Holt bill, by the way. You know, one of the most evil guys probably in the world. I'm gonna go out on a limb there and say Steve Holt is one of the most evil guys on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And we should think about this in the context of, like, they're defunding public schools, they're restricting SNAP benefits, they're making it harder to get, like, unemployment support. They are funneling, very explicitly, funneling more and more poor people into the prison system.
Mm-hmm.
They are building a legal structure to, like, enslave more people. That's
and
what
that
is
the correct word.
Yeah,
because it is. Despite remember, fucking, never mind. I was going to mention Will Stancil on the podcast, but I don't want to do that. But yeah, the Constitution explicitly allows slavery as long as it's inmates.
Right.
So,
yeah, 14th Amendment, right?
Yeah.
This is like the slavery that exists now is how they keep it going is like it's out of sight for most of us. This is bleak shit. And okay, let's see. The Iowa Department of Corrections consistently reports operating above its capacity for inmates. As of June 1st, Iowa's prisons were 28% overcrowded, with 8,958 inmates compared with a capacity of 6,990. It's like 2,000 more people than they are built to have in there. The solution, of course, being to imprison fewer people, but the solution we're going for is to build more prisons and throw even more people into them. Mm-hmm. At the same time, the department says Iowa's recidivism rate is at its lowest point in a decade. So this is not a problem then. They're not addressing a problem that exists. Well, yeah. It doesn't address the problem that they're saying it addresses. It addresses the problem of we want to exploit more people and like lock them up and have them make license plates for us and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa Prison Industries. Give that a quick Google out there, everybody.
I think they also make like the majority of like desks and stuff for schools. Could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
At least I think they used to. But yeah, they make like signs, road signs, it's like all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I would love to hear Rob Sands' criminal justice platform. I would love for him to speak out against this using the massive platform he has now as the Democratic nominee for governor. You know, the only Democrat that's had a chance here in over a decade. I mean, you have a real opportunity to actually speak about changing the way that the state operates.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I forgot. These bills passed with bipartisan support, so I guess never mind. Oh, fuck. Shit, there's nothing fun here. How do we end the show?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at something outside of the state just to give us a little bit of a palate cleanser here as we wrap up. You know the Rooster in Ohio? Are you familiar with that?
A little bit, yeah.
It's like an independent news organization doing much better work than we are. DJ Burns was arrested in Ohio. This should concern a lot of our listeners. I'm reading Amelia Robinson's piece in the Columbus Dispatch from earlier this week. Columbus bloggers jailing over Shrek porn and abuse of power. Yes, you heard me right. Shrek porn.
Once again, coming back to pornography.
And this is an opinion piece. So this is a rare case where I'm reading from an opinion piece that we agree with on the show. We're not making fun of the writer here. This is just like a good lens through which to talk about this issue. We can debate all day if what the man behind the Rooster blog does is real journalism. Well, it is. Journalism doesn't have that high of a bar, I don't think.
Yeah, it really doesn't. You don't have to have a journalism degree. I would actually argue that having a journalism degree probably makes you like a shittier journalist than people who... that might be controversial, but...
Hey, now, we have friends with journalism degrees.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
No, but
I think anyone can be a journalist now. Well, anyone always could be a journalist, but information is more accessible.
Right. And I think that the people we know who do have like an education in journalism understand how the J school system kind of limits what they want you to think about and how they want you to do your job, right?
Yeah.
But there are important like ethical things that more professional journalists are like better about. For example, not sending Shrek pornography to legislators. Like, I don't think that's okay, we can talk about it. What isn't in dispute is that Columbus's DJ Burns, that's the Rooster, has a knack of crawling under the skin of the politicians he writes about and creating little burrows they can't excavate, though they scratch and scratch. The pimple came to the surface this week when Burns was jailed for 23 hours for allegedly sending sexually explicit cartoon porn to a state lawmaker. It was the second time in days that the Rooster ruffled Republican feathers. GOP Ohio gubernatorial candidate Vivek Ramaswamy was so irked by Burns' account of him and his wife attending Game 4 of the NBA playoffs in Cleveland that on May 28th he called Burns a, quote, leftist blogger with mental health issues on Twitter.
Terrible game, by the way. Cleveland got fucking rocked that series.
Yeah, well, it's Vivek's fault.
Yeah, for sure. It's very funny. It's probably a metaphor for his trajectory as a politician.
The Ohio State Patrol arrested Burns at the Ohio State House on June 1st on a misdemeanor warrant and held him in jail overnight. If what Burns' colleague Max Littman says is true... Wait, who's Serino? This is State Senator Jerry Serino is who got DJ arrested. Serino's very, very, very thin skin and oversized ego led to an alarming abuse of power. Littman claims Burns was arrested because he texted photos of the cartoon character Shrek's penis to a state senator. Now, these are adults. A warrant obtained by the Dispatch seemingly aligns with that. It alleges that Burns sent 2 photos to JC on May 16th with the intent to harass. Now, 2 photos of Shrek's penis, is that harassment?
Yeah, I feel like you need a little bit more there. I think it's, probably intended to annoy or confuse. But harassment? I don't know.
Sending such vulgar images to an elected official would and should get a journalist employed by a reputable news organization canned. I'm reading from the Columbus Dispatch here. This is not my opinion. I would never fire Evan for doing this, for example. Under the right circumstances, sending such images could potentially justify someone charged with a misdemeanor. I don't really agree. I don't know. It depends on who you're sending it to and like what's going on. But yeah, like if somebody sent Steve Holt a picture of Shrek's penis, I don't think that person should be charged with a crime. I mean, that guy deserves something like that. After all harm he's directed at people in this state,
he might enjoy it.
Handle seeing Shrek's cock.
He might like it. He might like it a little bit. I mean, it's like if it's just I don't know. If there's nothing else attached to it, like I don't even, like I said, some people might be into that. Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily like a bad thing in itself. People like Shrek, and a lot of people like penises, you know?
I can't imagine a world, however, where such childish images, I was shown one, would justify someone being hauled off in handcuffs and jailed for 23 hours. Burns' offense seemingly boils down to being crude and disrespectful to one of the most powerful men in Ohio. Right. Yes. That's maybe all we need to read here to come down with our decision, our opinion on this, which is that DJ Burns should remain free. What he did was an act of courage, I think. Mm-hmm. I think that there are these people like Steve Holt and like this Ohio state senator who write and pass laws, the effect of which means people get evicted from their homes, they lose their jobs, horrible things happen to people because powerful men like that target them and do the bidding of their wealthy benefactors and the racist and bigoted thoughts in their own minds drive them to do things like this. And sending them a picture of Shrek's penis is the least they should be worried about happening to them. These are people who they have positioned themselves as an enemy of the people, and they're throwing people in jail for sending them explicit drawings of cartoon characters. Yeah.
I feel like in most of these cases where there's some clear case of police overreach like this, it backfires. I'm thinking of what was that guy Larry Bushart? It's a little different because he wasn't
Larry Bushart
sending it directly to people, but he just posted that whatever, the thing about Donald Trump that people interpreted as an assassination threat.
Right. It was the local sheriff just hated him. Hated his posts, I think.
And then he won
was the deal.
Some huge settlement. Yeah.
Congrats to Larry. We got an email from I think it was Fire who represented him. Mm-hmm. Somehow we got on their list of these are people who care about Larry Bushart.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to be on that list. That guy didn't deserve to be in prison for a month or whatever it was. Fucking crazy. Jail, not prison, but being held on a complete bullshit charge.
Often worse than prison.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was
no, I know. I just feel a lot of people are jail is no big deal. Well, no, actually, they don't usually let you go outside at all.
Right. And when you're held there for a month, when it's supposed to be a very temporary holding facility, that's not going to be a good month for you.
Yeah. They don't have programs, You just sit there all day.
So I consider the Rooster to be somewhat of a colleague. This is somebody who is independently covering the actions of a state government and is, utilizes tactics that a typical professional journalist would not. We're in a league with that guy to some extent. And I think that it's important that we stand up for his rights to send Shrek's penis to state lawmakers.
Yeah.
And in solidarity, I'm going to do the same right now. I'm going to text a photo of Shrek's penis to my state senator, Zach Wallace, right now and see how Zach takes it. No, I'm not going to do that to you, Zach. Although if you want it, I can certainly find you anything you're interested in. And we know that you have an interest in pornography from your old Reddit posts. No, he's a family man now. He's a good man. He's not looking at that stuff, I'm sure. Oh, this probably warrants a mention before we leave. We talked about how the Center for Intellectual Freedom was maybe going to have their classes be required now. Guess what got signed into law?
Yep.
It's happening. And if you think that that's ridiculous, there is an opportunity to, try to speak to the regents about it. The Board of Regents is having a meeting on the University of Iowa campus at the Levitt Center on Monday, June 15th. There's a rally that Caucus is putting together at 3:30 outside of the Levitt Center, and then public comment at the Regents meeting is at 4:30. So I'll put an image sort of advertising this in the full episode notes for anyone local who's interested in supporting that. But yeah, thank you to Caucus for raising, some awareness and hopefully drumming up some resistance to this very stupid decision I'm probably going to have to submit some more public records requests about this one. Like,
yeah,
they're making it like they passed a law so that these kids have to take these stupid classes.
Yeah, again, like making people who don't want to be there like take these classes, like it's not going to be fun for anyone. You're just going to piss off people more, I feel like, having to take this bullshit.
It's people who are not prepared to host that many students. And
they have one professor.
The rest of it is guest lectures. It's a dumb thing. They don't have the resources to do this successfully. It's going to be a disaster. I mean, for their own good, they shouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, for your own good, you should keep listening to our podcast. I have a few things I'd like to plug. Evan, do you think we did a good enough job talking about relevant news today?
I think we did all right.
Okay.
You know, kind of front loaded it with the primary results. But I think we got into some good stuff in the back half.
Yeah, there's some stuff here that we didn't get to, like a data center thing in Palo. The mysterious structure was mentioned on KCRG.
He and his brother live at this property that was once a daycare and more recently was known for its mysterious tower.
The story it was a part of was not very fun, so we didn't really dig into that. Anyway, some things coming up. This Thursday, June 11th, the 5-pin din. If you listen to the April episode of I Hear I See Radio with Pat O'Connor, we recorded it in his little shop in the Old Brick in Iowa City. 5-pin din. They are hosting a listening party of the Christine Burke Ensemble album that we released back in April, starting at 7 p.m. this Thursday. So if you'd like to come out to that, if you need help finding it or anything, just reach out to me. But it'll be a fun little time. It's a small space, so I hope that mentioning it on the podcast does not draw a crowd of thousands. And then right after that, Pokies Fest is next weekend, June 12th through 14th. Look at Pokies Records on Instagram to find more, location details and everything. But I'm playing bass for the bands Submission and Ascended Master on Saturday and Sunday. Good time. If you're into heavier music, there's a shitload of it that you can catch next weekend at Pokies Fest. After that, June 27th, I'm playing a solo set supporting Cast Off Form, who is a noise artist from Omaha who's on tour and playing at Public Space 1. June 27th, I'll be playing a solo set. Earlier that day, I'm not totally sure when this is going to happen, but I will probably be sitting in a dunk tank for the Little Village, I think 25th anniversary party.
Congrats, man. I want someone take video of that so I can see it. Thanks in advance.
Yeah, Evan hasn't had many opportunities to see me wet, so he would like documentation of that.
Neither Justin or I can swim. I'm going to say it on the podcast.
Wet too often.
We do not get wet too often. It's true. We're dry guys.
Dry guys. I'm sure there are people out there who have a problem with me and would like to see me dunked. So this may attract some attention at the Little Village anniversary party. I don't know. They're raising money, so you're going to have to pay them something to dunk me. I don't know what it is, though. Would you like to dunk me verbally? You should call us at 319-849-8733. Give us a good dunking on our voicemail inbox, 319-849-8733.
Put us on a poster.
A lot of the voicemails that we receive at that number end up as part of a series called Rock Hard Call Us, which you can find at patreon.com/rockhardcaucus, along with a lot of other stuff like book reviews, Talking Shat, Speed Freak Read Speak. And I'm working on the next episode of Speed Freak Read Speak. Tony and I have been watching a cartoon that we're going to discuss, and hopefully we'll get to that very soon. All right, time to go.
All right.
Here's some music for you, everybody. Since we're hosting a listening party of the Christine Burke Ensemble album, I'm going to close out with a clip from a piece on that album composed by our friend Levi Raleigh Brown called Balloon Carcass, Bees, and Honey. So if you enjoy what you hear right now, you could go buy the album, or you could come to our listening party at 5-pin din on Thursday. Either way, we'd appreciate your support. And thank you for listening to the show. And thank you, Evan. And thank you all. Bye.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Ready?